Hey guys, Rich here. I know I know in my last video I said that I would stop with stop would have to dramatically cease with the wrestling content. This this might seem might seem like a wrestling video, but it's true but it's not. It's regarding the the s- s- the the pay the the Paige Albert Alberto El Patron incidents where where he where, where he's been where he's been where he's been psychologically, um, verbally, and what I despise the most, and what I think is the most despicable, physically abusive to 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 Miss Knight. Now, as as you as you guys as you guys may know, in the past, when I was when I when I was 95% wrestling, I I've been kind of hard. I've been kind of hard uh, on the young lady, but number one, I think for a for a 44-year-old guy to act for a 45-year-old alcoholic, which Alberto Albert, Albatron is, to to be physically abusive and to to this to to oh, to a person, no, to a to a young woman that um that could 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 all intents and purposes be his daughter. I think that's I think that's beyond the pale. And she even if she would even even if she is a total and complete ass sometimes, and who knows, may, may, maybe maybe her maybe her assholic behavior has has had to do with with the with the 5 year with the 5 year relationship that that she, that she had with Pat- Patron, uh, dating back to when she was she was uh, she was 20 and he was 38. Now I'm not, I'm not saying a I'm not passing an age thing here, but what I am saying is is you son of a Patron, you alcoholic bastard. You, you have to look yourself in the eye and say, I need help. And Global Force, the company that used to be Impact, had every right for, for Yank for doing for doing what they didn't for doing what they announced last week, and in and indefinitely knocking you off the air, because at least, unlike the WWE, Global Force has has much more of a much more of a moral compass. They'll let their talent live their own lives and do that, but uh, for 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 you, a 220 pound man to give elbow, fist, and knees to her, to Miss Knight's face, face, shoulders, back, and neck. No wonder why she's still no wonder why she's still screwed up from her from her wrestling injuries. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me that her her wrestling injuries have haven't been worsened because of your 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 criminal and just outright despicable outright despicable behavior and actions. And Soraya, just like your your, your mother and your your your, your mother and your two brothers said, and I'm gonna say it just like they did. It's time for you to get rid of this fucking son of a bitch before you end up sharing the same fate as Nicole Brown Simpson, because I guarantee I bet if you don't, within a year, I'll I'll be doing an in memoriam and in memoriam an in memoriam video to you, and I I know what, I know what you you can do in you can do in the ring and stuff, and the the starting point of that the starting point of your downfall was when you went after Ashley going and you went off script and they yanked you off TV for the first time. Because Vince McMahon is the soulless son of a bitch. And, and it will be from now, July 17, 2017, until the second before he dies. And I and I don't want the McMahon son of a bitch to outlive you. I don't want the El Patron son of a bitch to outlive you because you're only 24 years old and and the, and they're 72 and 44 or or or, or 38 respectively. To tell the truth, I could give a shit about how old Alberto El Patron is. The the matter of fact is the matter of fact is uh miss, you you have to wake up and you have to tell him tomorrow. Scratch that. Right now, you have to look at him and you have to say, it's time for you to get your shit and get the fuck out of my life. You can take my advice or not, but if you don't, you could end up in in my in my memoriam section, and I would hate to give it, and I would hate to shoot one, like I said previously. But I think that's where you're heading if you don't take not only my advice, but your your two your two brothers' advice, your sister's advice, and 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 every wrestling YouTuber that that you've come across that you've got personal friendships with. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. You you can take it or leave it. I just felt like I just felt like it was my moral duty to have to do that because if I look looked at if I turned on my computer in a, a week to 2 weeks and saw that you were killed by Patron and I didn't do anything, I would feel guilty. But not now. I hope that my plea can will will be the one out of the 25 to 30 internet pleas that you've gotten, and I'm sure you've gotten face to face pleas double, triple that to get the hell away from him. But in the final analysis, it doesn't fall on me or anybody else if that falls on you, and I know it's the toughest decision you're ever gonna have to make in your young life yet. But you have to do it, or you'll die. Bottom line. This is Rich Nicholas, and this video is finished just like Patron.